Okay, finally. All right. This is insane, right? I am so sorry, y'all. I'm going to have to get my new computer out here and set up the new way because I've about had it with this way. All right, so we'll keep making our frame. So we put one down. We go over. It's approximately 4 inches. Yeah, I'm telling you, I just don't think it's worth it. It is a pain in the tail. All right. Okay. It's a very expensive piece for something that doesn't work very well. Oh. Okay. But I will prevail. I was going to get on here somehow. They're not women. Here we go. All right. It's just like the old days when I used to do it from the side. Yep, it says, fight like a girl. You see it? Yeah. Just one of those sayings I like. One of those. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Okay, I want 10 on the bottom, 8 on the top. So now I will start on the top. I like to start at a crossbar just because I find it a little bit easier. Yes, I was many years this way, for sure. And I'll use the crossbar and just tie it on. That. Okay. So on the top, I expect to get 8. On the bottom, 10. On the top, 8. So there we go. Oops. This would be a good one to do in fast speed, Casey. Don't you think? How to make a base. Okay. All right, so our cubby of the month is Sue Merrick, Merrick Memories. So make sure you check out her YouTube. She just set it up. She's in my YouTube class. So she is just now starting. And she needs a little encouragement. Right? We all need encouragement, don't we? Yeah, I had to kind of rework it, but we're back. Okay, so we'll see if we have 8 up here. We might need to add another one. Sometimes on the top I end up having to add one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. I often have to add one at the top. Let's see. We'll move this one over a little. We'll put it here. Okay. All right, then I'll tie that one. Move that over just a tiny. All right, we're ready to roll. So we're just going to take our mesh, 21-inch mesh, and I'm going to gather it at the bottom like this, just like that. I'll grab a zip tie and I'll start on the bottom. So I will open up the ties on the bottom this. So that's why I put the ones at the top in the center, especially when you're using a thinner tie, because they will get kind of caught up on each other. Just makes it a little more difficult if you're trying to do something and they're all caught up. Okay, I'll take this and I'm going to go right in front of a tie, like right here, and I'm going to zip tie it on. There are 10 ties on the bottom and 8 on the top, so just like a traditional wreath braid. I like the even number because it makes it a little bit easier for your ribbons. So you can see I'm not going to tie that tie. I'm just going to leave it there. And I'm going to trim all this mess off because I don't need that. Here we go. I have several different colors of pink going on in this wreath because the ribbons all have several different colors. All right, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Okay. I do about a 10-inch poof. I don't measure. However, if you need to measure, just take it, go across your board, and then put your poof on, okay? Otherwise, you can just kind of eyeball it. I count in my head, 1, 2, 3. And that works for me. It just kind of works out really well. But, okay. So 1, 2, 3. After I've been doing them so many years, it just gets to where I don't even have to think about it. I just kind of know how much I have to do. I do the same thing with bows now. I don't have to measure out my bows anymore. I kind of just know. So it gets better, y'all. It just gets better. Okay. And I will tell you, if you start off with the Dollar Tree wreaths, which is what this is, you start off with a little bit less money invested in it because the pipe cleaners and the meshes or the wreath is what, like $1 and less than $2 to start with, whereas those pre-made ones are going to be between $4 and $8 depending on the size and such. So if you're looking for ways to cut, that's a good one. There's nothing wrong with making your own base. By the time you get everything on, you're not going to be able to tell. So, here we go. Y'all, we did 5 bows on Bow Sunday today. It was fun. We did a lot of bows. I showed them a couple bows that are like super, super, super simple. So, all right, so we're back to where I started. So when I put it down and tie it off, then you cannot tell where I started. Well, let's fluff it out. So you see, you just can't tell where it got started. So then I take, I don't have any more white. Let's see. Hold on, I'm just having some zip ties. Okay. There we go. I'm going to take another zip tie, and I'm going to go up to the top, and I'm going to open up the ties on the top. So, and if I see ones from the bottom, I'm kind of move them down so they don't get caught up in my upper ties. Because, yep, it happens. And it's real frustrating when it does. Okay. So we take this. we go right up top like this. I take my zip tie, and once again, I tie it to the frame right in front of a tie. Okay. This keeps it secure. So if you don't do that step, going from top to bottom or bottom to top, then your loops are going to be all funky when you first start them. So it really does help if you do that. Yeah. Yesterday I showed my Wreath design group how I make my signs. I'll have to show you all the signs we made. We got on a Zoom call and I showed them how I designed the signs. It was fun. Okay. Alrighty. It's so much fun in that design group, y'all. I love it. It's more one-on-one. I like that. One-on-one. Getting to talk to everybody and show them stuff I don't normally show and give them lots of advice. It's fun. We share ideas and awesome. Love my groups. I love the people in my groups. They're awesome. Women and men. Okay, so we're almost done. Just got a couple left. So I knew this mesh was going to be very thin because it is a not terribly expensive mesh. So you can see right through it, right? Not to worry. We're going to fluff that up and we're going to put these little ruffles on it and some ribbon, and you're not going to be able to see. All right, so we're back to where we started. So I will now tie it down, and then we'll cut this off. And that's a pretty pink. And then I will bring it around the back and tie it down with a zip tie. So you just want to do that so that you don't have any, so that it has a finished look. It's finished. It's a October breast cancer wreath. Hence the pink. Okay. So we have a nice pink base to start with. Then we're going to add in pink and black because I thought that would be fun. So the sign I made has black in it. So this way we'll have pink and black. And that'll kind of take it away from looking like it's something from Valentine's Day. Okay. So I pulled out my Bodabra because when I'm doing these, I like to do them all in one step. That way I don't have to keep going in and out of things. This is more efficient. This is our ribbons. So we have the Hope, Strength, Courage, and then we have this one. This is my favorite. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And then just a plain pink. So what we'll do, this is basket weave. So the basket weave can have a tendency to kind of shred at the end. So we will do a modified Well, no, I think we will do, yeah, we'll do a modified woodland ruffle. So I'll just go a couple times, clip it, flip it around. I'm going to go like 1, 2. So the reason I'm doing that is because I want to have at least some ruffle. Okay, and I am going to put it up like this. Now, if I wanted just ruffle, I would put it like this. Well, let's see. Should we put it like that? I might put it like that. We haven't done that in a while. The ribbon came from Craft Outlet, I believe. So I'll take these two. I will fold them in half. I'll find the center. And then I will go right along that center line, scrunching it up. And then I'm going to fold them down like this. You make your little birdie. And then I'll grab this whole piece, just like that. And we will put it in. So I'll just go right. I never reopen my ties. It just, you don't need to. It's just not worth risking having your stuff come out. So I'm going to tie it off several good times. Then I'm going to clip this off because I don't need it. And I'll just tuck that underneath. Then I'll spread out my ruffle and my ribbon. Okay. Whoops, let's do it the other way. Because I want to be able to see that little angel part like that. So you see how that starts to cover in where it's not very covered in the middle? Okay. So again, we'll just do like a couple. 1, 2. Clip. This is the woodland ruffle. All it is making 2 curls on each end and ruffling up the center. And when you do this, if you want the curls to show, you put it up top. If you don't, you put it on the bottom. So I'm going to put it on the bottom just because I'm using it to keep it from, you know, going kind of crazy. Yeah. So we did the same thing. We found the center. We pulled them down, made our little birdie. Then pull the whole thing out and put it down. See how this one from the top sneaking down? You want to move those out of your way or you'll end up with them inside your tie. Oh, that's nice. Okay, no big deal. Okay. There's still a piece down here, so I'm just going to tie it to that piece and tuck it under. Okay. All right, and then I'll stretch out my ribbons like that. So you see now you can get a little bit of the black in there. And these colors are very different, but we have a lot of different colors in our sign. So sometimes, you know, you just need to get different shades of colors. And if you can find a sign, that's fine, because then you can just blend them in together. It's like clothes. They blend. You could also do a plain black ribbon instead of this one. That would be really cool too. Okay. So we'll tie it in. Don't need that extra, so I'll just tuck it back there and then spread these out. Okay, just like that. All right. And if I don't see your question, just hang out to the end, okay? And I will answer your questions. And y'all, when we have a lot of people on here, just so you'll know, I have that upside down. The comments fly. They go real fast. One of these days, I'm going to show y'all what it looks like back here. Would that be fun to do like a behind the scenes so y'all can see what it's like from my angle? I don't think you want to do that. Okay. There. Okay. So did any of you see the just impromptu video I did on Friday? Just curious if you liked the kind of change of pace. I wanted to add in an extra day. And on that extra day, I'll do something different, like a sign, a centerpiece of swag, something like that. So y'all have to let me know if you liked it. We're going to do some Cricut stuff, some non-Cricut stuff, maybe some sublimation. Okay, so got our little birdie. So the mesh is 20 inches, the ribbon is 12. And I pretty much almost always cut my ribbon at 12. I have done other sizes. Y'all, when I first started, I think I did like 8-inch tails. They were not so pretty. And then I went to 10. And then I think I went to 12. And then I went to like 14 for a while. And then 13. And then I went back to 12. Sometimes you have to stick to the oldies but goodies. So when you're figuring out your ribbons, what you want to do is you want to go 2 to 4 inches above your mesh. So if these poofs are 10 to 12 inches, so 10 inches is pretty much what they are. So 12 inches is 2 inches above. If you did a 12-inch or a 14-inch poof, you would want to do the 13 or 14-inch ribbon. So that's how you determine that. Just a little tidbit. Okay. I love this one. Let's move these over so you can see. I want to make sure you can see. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't something I even planned to do. I just kind of thought it was something I was getting ready to do for my craft fair, and I thought, I'm going to go on and show them how to do this right now. So I did. It was a spur of the moment thing. But I do want to do some extra stuff for y'all. I did put a poll in my community. So if you're subscribed to me, you'll get notices when I put things in my community. Like I'll talk about the new kit. I'll talk about new supplies or things I have coming up. If I do a poll on something, I'll do it in there. That way y'all get to vote on some of the stuff you'd like to see. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see a tab that says community. And if you go there, you'll see what I'm talking about. That's where it is. Oops. Okay. Alrighty. So, whoops. These are not the best pipe cleaners. They are wanting to break on me. That's the second one. It happens sometimes. Not very often. But every once in a while, I'll get a batch that does that. All right. Okay. If y'all want to improve your skills, make sure to check out and join my design group. And if you want your business to take off or you just want to make it into a business, you need to join my business group. Or watch out for the next YouTube training because I'll be bringing it back out. And you'll be able to ask the people that went through it this time how it was. There we go. Okay. I know it is, isn't it? You would think they would come up with a cure by now. Yep, my grandparents passed from cancer. My aunt. So, yep. My aunt of breast cancer, actually. So, yes, it is a horrible, horrible, horrible disease. So it's important that we remember that stuff. So hopefully someone will keep looking for a cure. That someone will not be me because that is not my talent. Okay. There we go. Okay, we're almost around. But you see, when you put them in together, it really saves time so that you're not having to keep going back in it. Because it will start taking more time if you have to keep going around. So just do it all at one shebang. That works great. When you put pipe cleaners on a wreath, they're approximately 4 inches apart. Someone asked how many inches apart they are. So they are approximately 4 inches apart. Okay. This mesh pulled up. There we go. All right, so we are done with the bottom. You see how you cannot see through it now? See, look. Can't see through the bottom. You can see through the top, but you can't see through the bottom. Now we're going to do the top. Then you really won't be able to see it. So once again, just 2 rolls. Flip it around. 2 more rolls, and then right up the center. Okay. We want it more of a ruffle than a curl. Then we'll grab our ribbons. Get the center, pinch it, and make our bird. This is the only thing I really use the bow dabber for, but you could also use your Easy Bow Maker for this exact same purpose. Oh, let's move it over one. Okay. All right, so spread it out and spread out our ribbons. Let's do it this way. Nope, let's do it this way. I want to make sure that you can see the courage strength, so that's why I was moving it around. So that's what I do. I try to stretch it out so that you can see whatever the pattern is. And just so you know, the reason I cut these at 20 inches is because I had one roll of this, one 10-yard roll, and so you can get 18 20-inch cuts out of one roll. So that's why we did that. You can get 36 10-inch cuts, and you can get 12 30-inch cuts. I love this window pane stuff. It just gives it another texture. It's very nice. Gives it a little bit more interest. Okay. There we go. See, I like it. It's pink, but it's not like frilly pink. Right? Yep, I've even had cancer myself, but a long time ago. I'm all good now, though. I was like 20 years old. Been a long time since then. Okay. Just tie it in. Right, and then we'll spread it out. Make sure we can see our little hope, our little angels. Okay. There we go. Face down. This is my favorite combination right here. I tell you, I have a lot of bow makers, but honestly, I prefer making them by hand. But I do love the bow makers holding them for me because it just makes it easier, and you don't have to hold it in your hands because that starts hurting after a while. Okay. All right. And I know y'all can't see Bella, but she is back here. I'll have to show her to you in a minute. Oh, and I'll show you the signs that I made in my group yesterday. Yes, yes. I like to give them suggestions of stuff they can put in their shop and sell at craft fairs. because there's a lot more than just this. I don't know what my boys are doing, but they're excited. Okay. 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 We're getting close. And then we'll make a bow. Here's a little thing. If you ever are selling something or you're at a craft fair, make a matching bow, because even if they don't want it on the wreath, they may want it separate, and you can make an extra sale. Yep, people love bows. So they could put this on their door, and they could put the bow on their mailbox. Hey! Is that Joni? So, alrighty. There we go. Okay, see, there's that fly that was bugging me earlier. I'm telling you, I'm so ready for this summer stuff to be over. It is so hot here. Oh, I'm just so over it. So over it. I'm ready for fall. No more bugs. No more hot weather. Won't that be lovely? Okay. All right. So you see how different it looks than when we started? Yeah, we'll do a mailbox something too. I did one of those a few years ago, but we'll do another one. Okay. This is getting a little ridiculous. This one came off, so I'm going to tie it down to the frame. Okay. Sometimes you just have to improvise. It happens. Okay. There we go. It's all good. One more. And then we can look at it against the side and make a bow. We did a terry bow earlier on the Easy Bow Maker. Maybe we could do one of those. Let's see. Yeah, see, I don't like it. I'm tired of the hot. Okay. So last one. See, it gets full by the time you put some more mesh and ribbon on it. Then it gets nice and full. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that's how it's looking. So you see how it makes a good background for the sign. So you see the reason I made the sign lighter and I have kind of a lighter to darker is so that it will stand out a lot from the wreath. And that's what we want. Okay, so let's see. Oh, that's the new sides. I'll show you what we did. All right. So this is what we did when I was showing my group how to make signs. We did this one. Amanda picked that out. No surprise, right? She picks the one that says, "Oh, snap" on it. And then we did this one. This says, "I work hard so my dog doesn't have to." Isn't that pretty? This one says, "I work hard so my cat doesn't have to." And then this one was a cotton pickin' blessed. And it has a wood tone background. So those are the ones we made. I made with my group. All right. So let's talk about this. Do we want to do a Terry bow or do we want to do a Lisa bow? You tell me, and that's what we'll do. I know, I love the "oh snap" too. Okay. So what would you like? Lisa. All right, let's do a Lisa bow. Okay. So it's funny. We actually did this bow on Bow Sunday earlier. So I'm going to put the black in the back so that it'll kind of pop out from the wreath a little bit. Yeah. So when you're doing the Lisa bow has 2 tails on one side with 1 loop and 2 loops on the other side. So the trick that I use when I'm doing the Lisa bow, and we're actually going to do this part by hand because it has a pattern. So I've told y'all before, if it has a pattern, you don't want to twist it. So we're going to put it in our hand like this and just squash it in there like that. This side I pull across and just push it in there. I make sure these match, but as you can see, there's no twisting. I just kind of stick it in my hand right there. So you go under on the right side, and they're stacked next to each other. Okay. And then on this side, we're just going to trim it off for the tail. So see, 2 tails on one side, 2 loops. I forget what Lisa calls it, like I don't remember, the legs and the something or something. So we'll put that here. So we've got our 2 tails on one side. See, 1 tail, 1 tail, 1 loop. All right, so let's do pink next. I can show you this one actually on the board. All right, this is how I work it. If I'm going to start it off, I will start off coming from right to left. With the next one, I'm going to go left to right. That way, my tail is automatically going to start off on the other side. If you will do it this way, you won't get confused. So when you go this way, your tails are going to be on this side. When you go this way, your tails are going to be on this side. Okay? Make sure you have plenty of ribbon. It makes it easier. All right, so you can twist or not. This one has the same pattern on both sides, but we'll just go ahead and twist. Okay. All right. So we're going to do the second loop over here. And then we're going to end up with our 2 tails on this side. All right, so you can see 2 loops, 1 loop, 2 tails. Okay, so now we would come going this direction. So this time, let's do this one. Also has a pattern, so we're going to do it in our hands. So the reason you do that is because if you come here and you twist it, what happens is this is going in this direction and this is going in this direction. So that's why you don't want to twist these. All right, so you just put it in your hand like this, under on this side. I think, yeah, that's about good. Over on this side. So under, over. All right, and under again. And we've gotten to our 2. All right, we have to twist that last one just to get that tail back up. There we go. So it's got to go this direction here. It's got to go this direction. See, I almost got myself confused. You just want to make sure that your tails are always opposing. That's the best way to do it. All right. All right, so let's do, I don't think I'm going to do this one. Let's do this one. Oh, isn't that pretty? I love this one. All right, so tails on this side. And we'll end it up with this one. We don't want it to get too big. All right, so we have our tails coming out this side. So we're going to do our loop. I'm going to do this loop. Okay. One more loop on this side. And then we'll do our tail over here. And that's it. That is a Lisa bow. I don't think I have any more clear ones, so we'll use a black one. Okay, so I'm just going to slip this under here. I just want to get it on there enough to start getting it off of the frame. All right, so you can see where the indentation is. So you just want to shimmy it over and start tightening it. And this is what I love about the Lisa bow. It's like everything in its place and everything has a place. That's kind of how I see it. You can really spread it out because it's like you have 2 loops, 1 loop. 2 loops, 1 loop. And then you can put your tails on opposing sides. Okay. All right. Okay. That one's a little bit bigger than I want, so just kind of pull that in a little. There we go. All right. So now we want to put a pipe cleaner in before we finish. Tie it off nice and tight. Oh, here it is. I was supposed to say where I put it. It was in my caddy. Okay. I guess I thought I was already done with it. All right. So didn't that make a pretty bow? So just twist the pipe cleaner in that. Now we want to fluff it up. So you want to run your hands under the ribbons to get them to do that nice little curl. Of course, this one, there we go. And then, if you have trouble with your ribbons standing up, kind of pull them back and forth like this and fluff them up. That really makes a big difference. So just pull them, fluff. Pull them, fluff. Okay. Pull them, fluff. What that does is it breaks it away from the center so that it doesn't get all kind of twisted and stuck, because that's what keeps it from fluffing up nice, is that it's kind of stuck in the center, like it's a little twisted. So you just, if you kind of move it around like that, it kind of untwists it. And then you can fluff it up. All right, so on these long ones, we can curl them up, have them kind of hanging out like that. Okay. All right. And there's the bow. So you could either put the bow on the wreath, or you could have it sitting near the wreath, have it as a add-on in your shop or something. What you could do, so if you want to do something like this, you could take pictures at your house and put it on the mailbox so that people can visually see it on the mailbox. So that's kind of what you want to do. All right. Now, here's the trick. If you want it to just kind of blend in with your wreath, put it where there's a tie. If you want it to stick up, you put it in between, like right across the mesh. Okay. Whoops. And there goes something off my table. It happens every time. All right, so I'm just tying it around a tie and then just onto. There we go. So there's our bow, all nice and fluffy. So when you get it in the wreath, then it really starts looking fluffy. So that's why you want to get all that little fluff. Okay. All right. Let's get our sign on. So I like to use my beadsmith. You can just punch holes right in the center, in the side. I said center. Don't punch a hole in the center. I just put it in all four corners. It's very easy to punch holes with. And then I use my silver wire because I love this stuff. Oh, it's all over this. Okay. Okay. Oh, and the wreath kits are going to start going out this week. So be watching for that sign for next month. Can't wait to see who gets it. Okay. So I'll just pull it through. I like to tie it off in the back. Like that. Yeah, I have a trash can over there. Are y'all worried I'm just like throwing stuff over on the side? I have a big, gigantic black trash can. It's right on the other side of the table. As I try my best not to get stuff in the floor because then I just have to vacuum it up. Right? Okay. There we go. All right. So we got all these on. And we will just come and tie it on the bottom. And when I have two like this and I'm tying it on the bottom, I just go around either side and tie it together so I don't have to make 4 ties. I only have to make 2. And then I kind of spread out my ribbons. Once again, it's that efficiency thing. You know that I am always up for a road trip to Sims. Are y'all talking about a road trip to Sims? because I'm in. As a matter of fact, I'm going there. Is it next week? I think it's next week. It happens, y'all. It's no big deal. All right, so we'll tie it around over here. So see, I just kind of push it through and then tie it off together on the other side, like this. Okay, there we go. Now I got it. It can be a challenge when you can't see what you're doing. All right, so here it is. Oh, that would be why. That's where I started it. That's why I was having trouble. Okay. Yeah, Bella won't eat any of this stuff. That's not something I have to worry about, but Sassy, on the other hand, she would. All right, so I got some ribbons out. Got our bow. All right, let's fluff this up a little bit more. All right, y'all, there it is. Let's do our shake test. It's good. And there we go. So you can see, you can't see through it now, see? And it's not real girly, which is exactly what I was trying to do. I didn't want it to be super girly. I wanted it to be like tough. So, all right. So did we have any questions that I missed? Thank you. Thank you. Oh, next month's kit is, do I have that sign over here? No, I don't know where it is. Might be over here. Oh, wait, here it is. This is next month's kit. I have a natural jute and a red jute, and then it's going to have, I think I have, oh, I do. Hold on. I got to get it off my board. This is the ribbon. Look at that. I mean, like, how perfect is that? And here's another one of the ribbons. Isn't that awesome? This is November's kit. October's kit is this. And the ribbon matches this sign exactly. But I have it in the other room. We're cutting all the ribbons up right now. So, but I already have next month's in, so I can get it started. Yeah, well, that's the whole point, is that the signs match the ribbon. That way, it's a perfect match. I like that. I like the perfect match thing. All right. Yeah, I moved to the upstairs craft room, the upstairs family room, because my father-in-law passed away, and so we started having my mother-in-law like on a regular basis. And so I had to free the guest room back up so that she could come and stay with us more. So I had to move in here, which is good because it's a bigger space, but it was not fun. Yes, I will be showing you how to make signs. Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. So it cost about $1,000 to get the equipment that you need to make the signs. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. The actual signs themselves, they cost about $5 or so to make, something like that. It depends on what kind of machine you get, what kind of paper you use, what kind of ink you use, and where you get your signs from. But that's kind of an average. I do ship to Canada, but it's not plus shipping, so it's $42 plus shipping. Shipping is usually around $10. If it goes to Canada, it usually runs around $30. Yes, I will do a Christmas rail. I sure will. Loops on my bow were 6 inches. These are 6 inches. To join my group, you can actually join my group right on my store. If you go to hardworkingmomstore.com, you'll see it'll say Lori Jacobs Success Path. That's my business group, and Wreath Therapy, that is my design group. And then there's a combo one. Yes, I can do a centerpiece. What'd you say to me this morning? I don't remember what you said to me this morning. For a bow like this, I would probably charge about $15. So there's probably about maybe $4 in that bow. I only cover the backs if it's messy. All right, so let's look at the back of this. This is pretty neat and tidy. I would not cover the back. Now, if I do something where I do like curls, or I do like the sunburst or something like that, absolutely, I cover the back. And I use the placemats from the Dollar Tree to do that. Yes, I do have a skate wreath planned as a kit. I do. It will be after this one. So that'll be the one after that. And the skates are awesome. They're black and white. I'm like so excited. I have a big plan. I was looking for my little pins. Oh, where they went. Oh, this ribbon right here came from Gordon's in New Orleans. Yeah. They have some pretty ribbon. I don't know if they still have ribbon. So, yeah, if you join my groups, you get a discount on anything in my store, either group. So, yes, absolutely, you get a discount on all of my stuff. So, and you get affiliates. So, if you bring somebody else to my group, you get an affiliate sale for that. And anything in my shop. If you send somebody to my shop, you can get an affiliate for that too. And that is only for my group members. Let me put my tail back up before I forget it. Thank you. And I will tell you, if you want your business to prosper, you do need to join. We have a great group. There is a ton of training, and you get to ask me questions directly. It's not like you have to it's not like you have to wait for me to answer the question. You get to talk to me directly. It's in the group under announcements, Jackie. I was in Peachtree City. I went to a summit on sublimation, so the stuff that I'm using to make these signs. Yep. It's good to see you, Joni. I miss y'all. I missed the last call. I hate it. Well, come on, join. Yep, I do. I have an affiliate for everything, for the groups, for my shop, all of it. Are we having another call? I thought that was the last one. Oh, good. Because I missed that last one. Woo! What? Hold on, I got the little notices. Okay, so an affiliate is when, so let's say if you go use the links that are in my description and you go buy something, I get a small amount from it. It doesn't increase your price. It just gives me a small commission for, it's like an incentive for giving, helping someone get a sale. So that's what that is. So when you're in my groups, if you bring someone else to the group, you get a little bit of money for that. I think it's 15, is it 15%? I want to say it's 15%. And that's what my discount in my all my stuff is too. I do not have a kit for this, but the sign is in my shop. I know. I wish I could make everything into a kit, but it would be too hard. So, yep. Sims is in, there's 2 locations for Sims. One is in Gillsville, Georgia, and the other one is in North Carolina. It's Graham, North Carolina. It's kind of near Raleigh-Durham area. I get a lot of my ribbons at Sims. So most of my ribbons come from my wholesaler. I use Sims Pottery, and I use Craig Bachman. It just is a lot of savings. So if you want to take it seriously, thank you, Julie. The kits come with everything. So they'll come with the the wreath base, the mesh, the ribbons, and the sign. It comes with at least 1 full roll and then 5 yards. It's enough to do the whole wreath and make a bow. So, yeah. No way, that's less than a mile from your house. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be there on the 15th. Me and Katie, Crazy Maisie, and Melissa from Burlap Boutique, and Doreen from Door Decor. I don't think Amanda's coming. I think she's got to work, so she's not coming. Thank you. All right, did I get all y'all's questions? You have a blessed night. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I'm so sorry we had so many technical difficulties. I'm about to give up on that Mevo. Yeah, you can use burlap for ribbon tails, absolutely. You sure can. Awesome. You need to go check it out. You'll love it. Thank you. All right, y'all have I think I see that you had a little bit of a challenge tonight, Owl. Did you? It happens, y'all. Can't worry about that stuff. Oh, you want to see Bella before we go? There's the baby. Bella, say hi. Oh, I forgot to show you this other one I made. I can't sell this one, but look what I made on my machine. Isn't it cute? I was just showing them how they could do something like this. I could use it on a wreath, but there's no way I could sell that. So, yeah. All right. Well, y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. All right. Okay, those guys are kind of funny. All right. See y'all later. Bye, y'all.